Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing? Happy SellerAmp Seller Hour. Warner's going to be joining me in just a sec. Just having a little bit of technical difficulties here. So for any questions you guys have, please feel free to let us know. We're here every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. So whatever questions y'all got, please feel free to let us know in the chat. What's up, TW Racing? Good to see you. What's up, Lucy? Karen Elliott. What's up, Los Angeles fam? Cool. Sweet. What's up, Roberto? Let's see. You good to go, Warner? Let's see. What's up? Cool. All right. So whatever questions y'all got, drop them in the chat, and we will help out here.
Did you put me on stream with trying to figure out tech?
So, yeah, I did pop you in there a little bit early there with Sweet. What's up, FBA profiler? Ooh, okay. So this is a good, interesting thing from here. So Two Fishbowl says sourcing is easy, ungating is a nightmare. If that's true, which it's not true, right? You just got to understand that denials are normal, right? Source a bunch of auto ungate leads, man. The past week, I posted 2 really good ungating or auto ungate sourcing videos. You should really check those out. I think they'll be very helpful for you. Just literally using SellerAmp storefront stalking, combining that with the Boxem bulk ungate checker, and you're actually going to find a lot of ungated leads even for beginners there. So if you feel like sourcing is easy and ungating's a nightmare, you're honestly typically it's the opposite for most people. And everything, but you're in the right place. The nice thing is that's you can just start buying auto ungate leads.
Yeah, ungating is the part that requires no skill. Like you already
sourcing's where the stuff that is can
you've already done the part that requires skill and hard work. Now you just get ungated. That's easy.
Yeah, sure.
That's awesome. Keep replicating whatever you were doing to source.
Yeah, and just do it on more auto ungate stuff. I'll put a link to there's one where if you watch all 39 minutes of this, and you'll see me find literally $1,000 profit on, in most cases, small test orders too, only 10 unit test orders. They found $1,000 profit in 39 minutes there. So it's pretty good energy. Slytherin says, I want to learn about SellerAmp. All right, you're here live for SellerAmp Seller Hour. So you're in the perfect spot. Kind of a little synopsis of SellerAmp is it tells you 3 things: how fast a listing sells, if you can sell it, and if that item's profitable after shipping, fees, and all that stuff. And everything. And we have full tutorials on the SellerAmp YouTube, on the Fields of Profit YouTube, and the Flips for Miles YouTube that you can check out for all of those here.
Let us know if you have other specific questions, obviously, as well. We got super detailed guides you can dive into. What's up, Kevin? You said can't stay today, but sent your first FBA shipment today. That's what's up. Hey, congrats. That's awesome.
In the wealth.
Hopefully you're running out to go source more products or something like that. I like it.
Sending that wealth, boy.
Proxy said, found the channel last week. So much valuable information. Got you. Yeah. Let us know what questions you have here. Oh, you also actually already dropped one. See, for your first $500 to $1,000 worth of inventory for your first few months of sales, should you start with ungated or should you look to ungate? Yeah, I mean, I like auto ungates right off the bat just because there's no lag time of having to submit the ungate application, 5 to 10 times, which is completely normal, right? So there's no waiting like a week, 2 weeks to get those things approved there. But there's no reason not. If you're finding a bunch of stuff that's like a gated brand, you're just finding a ton of good stuff, you can always just use the invoice.
Yeah, my thought process is your first 10 to 20 listings should majority be ungated stuff. But that's not to say that you should avoid 1 or 2 big products from big gated brands that once unlocked gives you access to a lot of SKUs there.
For sure. What up, 100 ROI? How you doing, man? We were just reflecting on the fact that you won the March Madness bracket last year. We were talking about it yesterday on stream. Are you gonna go back to back on us here?
We'll see there. Yeah, you gotta let us know there. Do you sell if there's no yellow line? Yes, if there's good offer count movement on Keepa. Okay, good question here. Is there a minimum max cost you look at when sourcing? Seems like it's superiorly low. The product just isn't worth it. So very good question. So if the max cost is really low, it typically just means that that's an item that's under $10 and people are happy making $2 profit a unit, which might sound low and you might want to avoid that, but there's Crayola as a business makes billions of dollars selling crayons for 99 cents, right? So typically if the max cost is really low, it means the sale price is really low, and it'll only make sense if you like buy for $1, make $1.50, which you might understand. I understand completely avoiding in some cases, but for the right things, it can totally make sense from big time volume perspective.
For sure. Don't avoid doing it off the rip. Yeah. There's no reason to like avoid ungating right away, but it's obviously easier to sit there and click the button on Boxem and see what things you already have potential to sell. For sure. Do you need to have a trademark to start to have an Amazon storefront? Nope. No, you can just use you're just selling on existing products. You'll need a trademark if you ever want to sell your own products, which is like private label. Something you can definitely look to expand into later down the line if you want to keep growing your Amazon empire, but not the simple way to start.
For sure. Digesting all the information. Can't wait to dive in. Let's get it.
Your first $500 or so on inventory, right? Like, not a ton of us have, tens of thousands of dollars to start with, but pretty much all of us have, a couple $100 you can throw and test out and see how it goes. Just if you have money you can't afford to lose, hold off for now, right? That's like the only thing I'd suggest. If it's money you can afford to set towards a business and not pay it for a while, then go for it.
So it won't always show up in your applications, but it should for the most part. I've had a few people where it hasn't.
Interesting. Yeah, like if you look, like I have like 82 pages of approved brands in the first day I was using it.
Months to do,
Yeah. I mean, you're spamming it there. Let's see. Clark a second ago was asking, what are your thoughts about sourcing from Dollar Tree as a beginner? Dollar Tree can be kind of tricky just because the types of things they're selling are like slight off brands and just like stuff like that. Although I have seen some success at Dollar Tree. I've never personally, I've only gone there like once for products and didn't find much. I have a lot better success at just like clearance aisles of like normal retail stores or like discount stores like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, that kind of thing.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. With max cost, we did that. A couple big brands, Jellycat, Gap, and Cuddle Duds. Would, especially Chris, because you're tax free. Those are obviously, there's literally thousands of other brands, but those are a couple ones I think could make sense for you.
Yeah, anything you keep finding profitably is the main thing.
Yeah, that is absolutely spot on. The biggest thing, because there's no utility in ungating something if you haven't found it profitably. That's like really the big thing.
For sure. Let's see. You said if you send an auto ungate product and they gate you after selling some of the product, do they let you sell it off? So you'll just apply doing the normal process. I've seen that like a couple auto ungate brands. They just like make it a little bit harder to sell, which at that point you already have like proven invoices for it since you bought it from, I don't know, let's say like JCPenney, something like that, right? And then you just submit that invoice and you'll be good to go. It'll pop back in your store quick.
Also, guys, too, as well, if you have any ASINs you want us to pop up and analyze for you guys, drop them in the chat and we'll take a look for you guys. It's always a lot of fun popping those up and analyzing them, giving our thoughts and everything like that.
For sure. Yeah, good questions, good vibes today too. And just as another reminder, if you guys want to like hop on a Zoom call with us and we'll be sourcing products together. We'll be showing you some AI sourcing methods. We'll be sourcing auto ungate products together, basically just breaking down everything you need to know about selling on Amazon. We'll be doing a live workshop on a free Zoom call tomorrow night. So I'll put the link in the chat if you guys want to pop in there. It's pretty much the best place to come and just digest the entire business in one place.
Yep. Damn. Okay. We just spammed a bunch of links in the chat depending on what you're looking at there. Can you list under a sponsored product? So you totally can. I don't think you should though when you're a beginner. Eventually you can do some stuff like that. But to be completely honest, like, when you're a beginner, don't worry about sponsored ads, guys. Also too, in general, just the past week or so, we've been putting out just a blitz of really good content on Fields of Profit, Flips for Miles YouTubes, the SellerAmp YouTube channel, and then the Boxem YouTube channel, going over some auto and gate sourcing stuff as well. So we literally do these streams all the time, Monday at 5 p.m., Tuesday at 4 p.m., Thursday at 4 p.m. And then Warner, the wholesale is Friday at 2, right?
Yeah.
Friday yeah. So talking wholesale content,
something like that
on Amazon. Yeah. With the homie, the homie Jonah, who's another one of our buddies who I've literally known for 5 years in the Amazon game and everything. So, we got a lot of good stuff for you guys.
Just because Artho was hitting on the sponsored product thing, you can sell products that are already being sponsored by somebody else. Just keep in mind that if you see that it's sponsored, It could be that the brand owner is like monitoring it and wants to sell that listing faster. Also keep in mind that if a listing is sponsored, when you have the buy box, it's not going to be sponsored. That's how Amazon ads work. If you are on a product with multiple sellers, is it'll only show up as a sponsored product when the buy box owner is buying the ads. So you're not going to have like other people buying ads for you, basically.
Yep. Any tools to source in bulk the 2000 ungated products I got from Boxem? So you can totally export those lists and plug them into Keep a Product Finder. So I'll drop a link to a video we did that'll show you that and everything. But to be honest, the best way to do it is to just do your normal storefront stocking and check Boxem or check ASINs in Boxem as you go in like 3 to 5 quantities. What type of paperwork / invoice will Amazon accept for Jellycat? Yeah, the best way to ungate Jellycat is 2 orders of 5 of any of the items on Jellycat that allow 5 items per cart. So most items from Jellycat, they only allow 2 per order. But if you do one of the ones like the table tennis paddle, Jellycat's so lit. You can do 5 per cart of those, and you can get that in there. Check it out. Oh, not yet. Not yet. I like the way you think that. We're going to get that bulk ungate checker. It's currently just in the States, but we're going to have international soon.
Yep. Let's see. Chris dropped an ASIN if you want to pop up the screen share I got for us.
Let's see. Oh, sure. Yeah, here we go. All right. Hey,
yeah, let us know if you guys have any other ASINs or anything like that you've been
chat.
thinking about, or even if you just have an example of something that like almost tricked you that you want to share with the class, so to speak. We can pop that up together. So, all right, let's see. First thing pretty much always want to check for is like how reseller friendly does the listing look? So in this case, a couple things that make me think it's pretty reseller friendly is the buy box price changing around a lot. You typically don't see that on like brand owner products, and you wouldn't see the new offer count changing around like this, right? That means lots of different third-party sellers are coming in and selling out on this listing pretty consistently, to be honest. And that's crazy. There was like stock count decreases when these were $65. So people really needed these here. Looks like they're back at like 35 right now. What do they pop up for? I think it's probably these 6-pack right here. It's like the slightly bigger.
Yeah,
one, like
I think that
large.
brand's not owned by JCPenney's, but it typically comes from JCPenney's.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. 10 to 13. I don't know if that's the extra large. Could be these. 13 to 15. Interesting. Okay. I don't want to burn your source here. It's probably one of these here, but it looks like it's anywhere from like 18 to $17. Let's just assume they're $18. So this is where we're going to be able to make this item profitable, right? Because at first glance, ROI is pretty low. Pretty much the easiest things to check to lower your price are going to be checking for coupons, which in this case, it's already just shooting those right to us. And then checking for discounted money. So I'm gonna open like the top couple and see what's like a realistic rate today. 14. Okay, we can buy. Yeah, we can buy a bunch of those.
Crap.
Yeah, 14 is that will make a big difference here.
Oh, my bad. Slow there, and we'll peep. Sorry about that. We'll get on that.
Yeah, because now you can subtract 14%, and your ROI is good, and your profit's good, right? So you make items profitable with stuff like this. And yeah, just like general. Looking at the item looks good as well. Like looks pretty consistent. Third-party sellers having success, that kind of thing. Let's see. Oh, I saw it was pretty flat back in the day. Interesting. It's not even the brand owner. It looks like it would be like the brand owner back here, but it was just like one FBM seller. You're just cranking on it way too cheap for some reason. Interesting. Cool. Appreciate the.
Yep. Oh, we got ASINs flooding in now. There. All right. Thank you, family. Thank you. It's only for prior applications. Now you can use the same one there. Replied that I use. Oh, okay. Apologies. My bad. 2 fish bowls. Yeah. So I know it sounds kind of like a lazy answer, but just don't look at what Amazon says in those denials, to be honest. I know it sounds like a lazy answer, but just don't look at what Amazon says in those denials.
Unfortunately, good rule of thumb with Amazon is to read their emails with the degree of skepticism at the very least. Let's see. You said you're a beginner from Pakistan. How much you should invest? It's good to start with like $1,000. If you're like international like that, you could always try being a virtual assistant too.
Yeah. If the US dollar goes really far in your country, like that's something you should totally look into is being a virtual assistant, because that would be all that'd be all cash flow for you.
Sweet. Let's see. Why said any advice on getting the buy box as an FBM seller when there's FBA sellers on the listing, just lower price and 0-day handling? Yeah, so that's going to be primarily the big difference maker there, because by far the most important factors for making more sales is to have the best price and the best shipping speed. So for you, it's impossible to have the best shipping speed beyond doing 0-day handling to make it as good as possible. So now your biggest lever is price. So you need to figure out like how much cheaper do you need to be than the FBA offer to start winning buy box. And if it's like significantly, then probably just send it into FBA and compete evenly with that person. So you're not like lowering your profit for no reason.
What repricers recommended? There's a bunch of good ones. Honestly, I'd recommend just doing a bunch of free trials and seeing which vibes best for you here.
Yep. I posted a good video the other day using a flash price if you want to check that out too.
Yeah, peep that too. Definitely.
It's called like make more profits on the same item, something like that. Sweet. Stillwinds dropped an example
ASIN
here.
It's the homie Lewis.
Pop that up. Good stream regular for sure. What's up?
Oh
Lewis?
Yeah.
Sweet. Thoughts on the ASIN drop? Yeah, Miles wants to pop me up here where we can dive in. So let's see. It's like a vinyl.
Vinyl's typically auto engaged.
Yeah, vinyl. Yeah, I've been noticing that. Let's see. So Amazon's on it a fair amount. Actually a pretty good amount. You can see like the buy box is pretty heavily Amazon dominated. Not entirely dominated, but it would need to be like really high profit. That's funny that the title that it grabs is just the word charm. So we'll have to add a little bit of extra something there. Let's see. So that's what I'd expect. These are going for like $30 or so. Could be that right there. 15. Oh, it's a CD version. And yeah, we got the vinyl. Yeah, so I'm not seeing like an immediate like cheap source price for it. So if you're getting it for pretty cheap, then maybe you could check it out. But yeah, I would need it to be like probably like $14 or less, to be honest, so that you can afford to undercut Amazon and try like a $29. Ooh, interesting. Even at like 29, it's not. So yeah, I would probably want to see like a crazy good deal on this. I know you said like if you know, you know. So maybe there's like a big vinyl sale or something you found where it could be interesting. Honestly, I'd need it like $10 probably, just so you have plenty of wiggle room to go under Amazon. But yeah, besides that, just watch for Amazon having the pie chart like that.
See, Jellycat. Yeah, you'll use the order confirmation email. Yeah, like a formal invoice, if you can get one, great. But you'll always just use the order confirmation email, download it as PDF, add other stuff to the file, shipping email, delivery email, picture of the product, whatever else you can pop in there. Yep. Shipping label.
Let's see. Oh, you saw it on the day 21 clip. So you bet you were putting that one on socials there.
Let's see. Oh, Chris dropped an ASIN. We do that second ASIN from the homie Chris here.
Let's check it out here.
Yeah.
Let's see, lots of sneaky FBM sellers hopping on to listings FBA sellers forgot about for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can even like specifically source for those. Like go to FBM sellers who sell a brand that you're really good at and see like all the ones that they're already FBMing, and then you'll find a bunch of listings that there's like no FBA at all on, which you can either join the FBM party or be the only FBA seller and then like kind of dominate those.
Yeah, price up
those sellers totally as well.
Up there. Yeah. Ooh, item.
Interesting. Roundup sprayer. So this is concerning to me, the brand here, and I assume that's probably why you dropped it, Chris. You probably knew that. You're probably just giving us a example. I do want to see like what is this brand? Okay, so maybe that is the actual brand.
It does look like a legit distributor. We would have to check, obviously, but it does look promising.
Let's see. So is this like the parent company of all these? Because that's what we would need to prove, because basically the problem here is this brand does not say Roundup.
Oh crap. Okay, yeah.
So I need to see like, does Fountainhead own? Is that like, or like let's try like Roundup parent company. Is it Fountainhead? Interesting.
Monsanto. That's an interesting. Well, people are boycotting them.
I'll hold my my commentary on Monsanto for the Amazon stream here.
Okay.
But yeah, to me, this looks like it's probably a like wholesaler distributor kind of thing, because it seems like we're saying, like Monsanto seems to own them, or Bayer seems to own Roundup. I saw like both, but this is just like a distributor of some kind. So the problem here is that this brand does not match the actual brand, which can lead to like some counterfeit issues and that kind of stuff. you might be able to see that reflected sometimes on the new seller count. In this case, it doesn't seem like a listing that they've really cared about policing so much, because you don't ever see like many people dropping off all at once. I guess you see this right here, but it's just 8 to 6. So it's probably just people making sales. You'd be looking for, I don't know, maybe something like that. Nope. That's also just sales, because it decreases a little bit.
Rank has always been decent too.
Yeah. Rank's been decent. So it doesn't seem like something they're actively policing, but you don't want to be the one to be on the listing when they start policing it. So I would be a little bit careful. Looks like margin's a little bit thin anyway. If you're buying these for like 18, it's not really worth the risk. Sales per month isn't super high. Sweet. Yeah, good example there.
Chris firing away on those ASINs. Yeah.
Let's pop it.
So yeah, well, and guys too. So we'll be on for 5-7 more minutes. So whatever questions y'all got, let us know down below in chat too. Keep the ASINs coming. We'll pop them up and everything, and let's get it.
Let's see, Chris is digging in on some Easter candy already. I like it. If you want to pop up my screen,
chat here. Oh, so yeah, I bet you the volume on these goes to like 500 plus per month.
Yeah, we can even figure that out. So
my pumper,
very cool. Wow,
yeah, even higher. It looks
yeah. So this is super useful for seasonal products. I'm not sure if you guys have ever looked at this before, but on SellerAmp, if you go to the middle chart, you can see the monthly sold. And let's see, this one doesn't have variations, but this also is specific to variations. So I like doing this on things with different colors, because this is actually this particular ASIN, how fast it sells. And it's especially useful for stuff like this, because obviously right now it's not going to be the fastest seller in the world, because this stuff probably like just hit the shelves. Like if we Google it, is it even okay? Cool. So it's like starting to hit shelves at Walmart and stuff. For like, in this case, seems like $1.50 each, so maybe pretty close to profitable. But yeah, so like when this just starts to hit the shelf, it's not going to be selling as fast as it will during peak season, which you can just go in here and see. All right, during peak season, it actually sells, 700 to 900 times a month based on that chart right there, which would make a big difference in how much you'd stock up, because that's obviously like 15 times faster selling than expected there.
Significant volume.
Let's see.
And then what you can do too, some gangster stuff. If you go down to data and then buy box statistics on Keepa, you can export the list of sellers and then export the list of ASINs from them and plug that in on the bulk ungate checker on Boxem.
Yep. You can go like see who sold it for the most money. It's like this person
download their list of ASINs, plug those in. You can even find their historical ASINs. Plug this in on the bulk ungate checker. Yeah, bro, Chris, that's fire. And then see if there's any other bundle sizes too, man.
Yeah, $1.52 a piece at Walmart. Yeah, so like this is what it looks like right now, because I noticed the price is fluctuating. Like most of the time, the buy box is actually at 11, so that's what you're looking like right now. It's definitely a little bit thin, but this would at least show you other people who are doing the same thing. Like if we check out this store, but it's just full of other Easter candies too. So you can sell that. I would rather use this personally as a way to find more expensive Easter candy listings where there's a little bit more margin to work with. Yeah, and this obviously a lot of this is going to say it sells really slow. Interesting. This is already at 600 a month. So this one's going to go crazy. Let's see. Did it have a listing last year? No, it's pretty new. Because if this is already at 600 a month, like the other one was like 15 times slower selling than last year, this could be a crazy listing this year.
Well, 600. Yeah, shit's already cooking.
Dropped another ASIN.
Wealth printing.
I don't need to
Chad eggshells.
I don't need to check him out on another tab. I trust Chris. I'll trust Chris.
Yeah. Very understandably.
Let's see. Pistol case. Interesting. Okay. Let's see how reseller friendly is it? Pretty reseller friendly. Prices moving around a lot. New sellers changing a good amount. Interesting. Let's see. It's kind of hard to track down, which is good if you found it profitably. Let's go Google Shopping too. Okay, maybe try a better search term, or even just search it with Google Lens. Maybe we can do.
Yeah, that's Ask Game.
Thank you, Google.
Great. Exactly what I want.
That's what I want. Thank you for describing the object that I'm looking at, Google. Let's see. Interesting. Yeah, this one's hard to track down. So I don't know where you're finding it. Make sure you trust your source on this. But if you're buying it for, let's see, it's $29 right now. I'd want to be somewhat profitable at 28. I like if you can get this for like $13, I like it, 13 or less. Maybe a little bit higher if you just got plenty of money to spend right now. It does seem fairly consistent up there. And I don't know you'd have a ton of returns on a gun case. It seems like you'd pretty much know what you're buying. So yeah. Appreciate the example there. Let's see, each time they use the different reason. I assume you're talking about like ungating and that kind of stuff. Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, that actually typically it won't be like that, but it sounds like in this case it is.
Yep. Is Boxem strictly for the States? Yeah, Boxem's US only at the moment.
Yep. We'll keep you guys updated when it is available for Canada, the UK, etc. We have a lot of people that ask about there and everything.
For sure. Yeah, let us know any other last minute questions you guys got here. And yeah, excited to see you guys on the free call tomorrow night as well. The workshop will be sourcing stuff and digging in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, guys, at that call tomorrow night, we'll put a link in chat. There's a lot of stuff we don't share anywhere else for free that goes down on that Zoom call. So definitely tune in. We'll save you guys a bunch of time, make you guys some extra money and everything like that.
For sure. What does it mean when a listing is listed as generic? So that means short answer is someone who was not authorized to make that listing made the listing and also made it in a way that is technically copyright infringement. So just don't sell that listing essentially. Yeah, just always make sure the brand matches the brand name matches the actual brand of the product, and you're safe.
Yeah.
Let's see, Chris, you said you get the case for free when you buy a Glock. Interesting. So okay. buy one home defense, get a free bolo or something like that.
Something along those lines. It was moving decent on Amazon. Not like insane.
Yeah, I don't know that's a bundle that you're gonna have a lot of success separating on Amazon there. Let's see. Lewis dropped another ASIN here. Let's check it out. Ooh. Sweet.
Let's see, pop this boy up here.
So I have no idea what this even is. What category? Industrial and scientific. Okay. It's like, is it for, I guess it's maybe for wounds based on the recommended. How reseller friendly? Price moving around a lot. One thing I also like to check is just like skimming for the feedback count of the sellers who are winning the sales too. That can usually tell you a lot about how easy it'll be or hard it'll be to find it just like sitting at a retail store. So the fact that the top 3 sellers all have like 20,000 plus reviews makes me think it might be a little bit tricky. But then we also have these other guys who, these people are definitely doing the same thing as us. Like they only have a handful of feedback. The person's got 90. Like we can replicate anything that that size of seller is doing. So it's at least worth a Google. Let's see. It's probably gonna be like a bulk pack that we can maybe separate out.
Dressing
550, get 10%. 5 per box.
It's a gorgeous chart.
Let's see. I was assuming this would be some kind of bulk pack because this seems like the same thing for like way more, which is interesting. Let's see. Is anything else like sticking out? This looks more reasonable. That was like $20 there, which actually would be profitable if that was popping up is correct. Okay, each. Interesting. It makes me wonder if the big sellers who are making most of the sales are actually, especially Health and Prime, Pharmacy Plus, maybe working directly with like a pharmacy supplier. And then the small sellers, like we're unaware that it's supposed to be a box of 5, and then we're buying from here, getting 1. That's my that's my guess of what might be happening here.
Yeah, if there's a price tag, cover it with the blank FNC label or remove it. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, you just don't want customers like leaving negative feedback. Like I paid $20 and there was a $10 price tag.
Yeah. Yep. So hey, we're gonna see you guys tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern for the free live class. Appreciate the good energy today for SellerAmp Seller Hour, and go over on the SellerAmp channel. Check out some of our recent videos. Check out some of the recent Fields of Profit videos. Check out the recent Fulls for Miles videos. We got a lot of good resources for y'all. The Buy Box Bandits podcast as well. And y'all have a good one. Thanks so much, everyone.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
See you later.